Hello everyone, my name is Lucifer.
I'm Rowan.
And I'm Iram.
You looked very tipsy there, like you're bumping into Rowan.
Of course.
Anyway, welcome to A Tear in Time Season 2 Cataclysm. In this season, we will not be bound to any building rules, but we can build whatever the heck we want, within reason, of course. So no copying each other's builds.
I'm going to copy your
Iram.
build.
We'll see about it.
I mean, Ron's a pirate, so I mean, we'll see.
Piracy
about
in my name.
Well, no, pirate is in your name, not piracy.
Piracy is in my middle name.
Okay, so no, let's just begin. Let's just disperse. Aye. Day 0, yes, 0, began with the three of us immediately going in separate directions, with Iram heading in the complete opposite direction from me and Rowan. The day was spent exploring a swamp and hoping to find new mangrove swamp added 1.19, but that didn't happen, so we went to sleep. Day 1 had us take down our small shack and craft some new chest boats. Look at them, aren't they amazing? We took those boats for a spin, trying to find a place to call home with no success. We instead went to sleep on an island. Day 2 we continued to look for a home, but instead found a treasure chest and a village, both of which we looted for all it's worth. Then we slept. Both day 3 and day 4 were spent rowing both through and on top of water with nothing interesting happening other than breaking the sound barrier. Day 5 we found a snow village, one of the nicer looking villages in my opinion. Once again, leaving no stone unturned and selling everything before continuing our adventure. Sorry villagers, your stuff was necessary. Big jump cut here. Day 6 through day 10. We once again kept looking for a place to call home. With no success, we looted a village, a portal, and another treasure chest. We also stumbled across a pillager outpost, with some new allays inside, but we slept before we took on that battle. Day 11. We were finally ready to take on the pillage outpost and free the allay. It was really easy given that we're pros at Minecraft, and we freed the allay and it became our friend. After this, we continued to explore. Day 12. We finally found a place to call home and began to create a small hut to live in. Don't want any nasty mobs getting to us, now do we? Day 13. I explored further north of our base, finding some nice mushroom islands. Keep that in mind, they'll be important later. Also spotting an ocean monument that I have yet to conquer, because I am terrified of it. Day 14, I was mostly AFK. Ron punched me a few times after being blown up by a creeper, so I had to go help get his stuff back. My arm still hurts from being punched so much. Day 15. I began construction on the mine shaft. Wanted to look better than a hole in the ground. I even managed to start digging it out before I had to sleep. It took that long. Our second big jump, day 16 through 18, was spent mining down to diamond level in the mine shaft. I was able to find an amethyst geode and 2 whole diamonds, and then went home to sleep. Day 19 was a big day for progress. I went down into the mine and got enough obsidian for both an enchantment table and a nether portal. I then began to mine some quartz and kill stupid ghast that I swear if I find it. Day 20 and 21 were spent digging out and building a bridge direct to Irm's base through the nether, for easy access to one another's base. Day 22 was a sad day. While constructing the bridge to Irm's base, I fell in lava and died, losing my stuff, including a diamond pick I made the day prior. Day 23. I gathered some stuff to go and continue the bridge, but I ended up dying because I found a fortress and got a little too curious. On day 24, I once again attempted to cross the bridge to Iram's base, but died again. At this point I was rather annoyed, so I decided to call it quits and mine for more resources in the overworld instead. Day 25, I was still mining for materials. I found a lot of iron to create new tools and armour. After creating my new arsenal, I decided to get some diamonds. Day 26, I created diamond tools for both me and Rowan, and I felt a lot better after losing my stuff a few days prior. The rest of the day was just spent gathering materials. Day 27 was a boring day. All I did was figure out how the new mud block worked, and yeah, that was it. On day 28, me and Rowan expanded the farm outside the house to supply it with a stable supply of food. I found a bastion on day 29. After exploring without a care in the world, I died. So I went to gather my stuff and was more careful this time. Days 30 and 31 were spent looting the rest of the bastion. Finding some nice loot, like some ancient debris and enchanted diamond pick. After looting the bastion, I began mining a small tunnel to Irm's base, under the lava, rather than over it, because that felt a lot safer. And so it was. On day 32, I continued and completed the tunnel to Irm's base, mining over 1,000 blocks and crying the whole way. After arriving at Irm's base, I decided to explore the ancient city she found under her cave base. And it didn't last long. Day 33. I died to the warden. Yep, I was super reckless, I completely forgot about the Shriekers. Anyway, I went all the way back to Irm's base and gathered all my stuff again, and decided to spend the rest of the day looting the ancient city, and left. Day 34 was just spent returning to the base and enchanting my tools with basic level enchantments. On day 35, I made a portal at the mushroom biome for easy access in the nether. I forgot to light it. But I spent the rest of the day working on a building to fit a super smelter. Day 36 was spent fishing with Rowan. And we did it all day. That was it. Let's just move on. Day 37 and 38 were spent looking for a mangrove swamp. And on the night of 38, I finally found one.
Wait.
But as you can probably tell, we were all tired.
Yes.
And we forgot to celebrate.
I found a mangrove swamp.
Nice.
Day 39 was spent gathering more mangrove wood and sailing back to the base. Day 40 was spent growing some mangrove trees and finding out that they're really annoying to chop down. Day 41, I began building the enchantment building for the well enchanting. I made it out of mangrove wood because I thought it looked cool, and this continued in days 42 and 43. Day 44 has arrived and I decided to spend it mining a tunnel to the mushroom biome we found days prior, because I decided I want to live there. Days 45 and 46 were spent moving my stuff from the old base to the new island, and I discovered that despite having portals connected in the nether, it's actually easier to sail there with a boat. Day 47. I discovered a lush cave underneath my island, and unlike Irm's, it lacked any skulk or ancient city, which is a shame. For the rest of day 47 and the entirety of day 48, I decided to explore an abandoned mineshaft, not finding much and heading home. I spent day 49 standing still before heading back to the old base, to remove all the enchantments of my pickaxe and try and get new ones. But to get new enchantments, I need more levels. So, on the halfway mark, day 50, I enchanted my diamond pick with Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 4. Not bad, but could be better. Day 51 was mostly spent AFK, but for the rest of it, and moving into day 52, I was in the lush caves looking for some ores, but especially diamonds. Day 53. I returned home, not so successful in my trip, so I decided to gather some mushroom blocks using Silk Touch and my Silk Touch pick that I forgot to record getting on day 51. Sorry about that. I continued getting mushroom blocks on day 54, and also discovered that mushroom cows make for an excellent food source. Seriously, you kill one and 3 take their place. Big jump yet again. Day 55 to 57. These days were spent mining a 16 by 16 hole for gathering stone and cobblestone for a project I've yet to start. Not much happened that day, other than me gathering lots of stone and cobble, of course. I made my nether tunnel bigger on day 58, so it was easier for Aram to spot, because a few days prior, she went through the wrong portal. Other than that, I went to Rowan's place to get some saplings so I could gather all kinds of wood at my mushroom island. Huge jump here. Days 59 to 63 were spent chopping a lot of trees from birch to mangrove, because I wanted a steady supply of wood so I wouldn't run out so fast. I ended up with a decent amount of wood, but I want more. Instead of gathering wood, I gathered clay on day 64, because I had thought a certain villager trades clay balls for emeralds, and living above a lush caves screamed money. So that's what I did all day. Days 65, 66, and 67 were spent making a mob farm 100 or so blocks from my island. My ideal was that I would have a steady supply of bones for farms and gunpowder for TNT and rockets. But unfortunately, it wasn't that good and needs to be rebuilt. I AFK'd at said mob farm for day 68, and as I thought, the farm was really slow. It didn't live up to expectations. It was decent for XP though. The day, haha, funny number, was entirely spent making the mob farm a little safer, with a platform made out of acacia and an AFK platform to increase mob spawning, making the farm a little faster and more reliable. Day 70 was a boring day. All I did was enchant a few things at Ron's base and stood AFK for the rest. Days 71 to 73 were spent in the same vein. I was AFK my base, probably eating food, and all I did was decide to move to the mob farm to be AFK instead. On day 74, I decided to continue my dangerous mine tube down to bedrock and discovered an amethyst geode. So I gathered amethyst and calcite for a future build. Day 75 was spent strip mining for diamonds, as I was bored of having a gold helmet and mostly iron armor. I didn't find a lot of diamonds, but I did find more lush cave, which I obviously spent the day exploring. Day Soldier 76 was spent AFK once again at the mob farm because I wanted more enchantments and levels to prepare my tools. Oh boy, day 77 is a doozy of a day because it happened twice. The first time, I spent most of the day running to Airman's base to get XP from sculpt blocks, but the realm crashed and the day reset. So I did the same thing again, but this time, I accidentally spawned the warren right next to me, so I left the realm. This may be cheating, but I wasn't in the mood to lose my things. I finished looting on day 78, even getting 36 levels. Then I died to slime on the other side of Airman's portal. Yep, all that hard work basically for nothing. I even lost good leggings that had Curse of Vanishing on them. I spent the rest of the day returning to Airman's base and going back to the mine. I decided I wanted to find more land on day 79, so I made a long tunnel in the nether and made a portal to see what was on the other side. And it was a cave. Day 80 was spent exploring said cave, finding a few good materials such as redstone, lapis and diamonds, but after that I decided to head home because I got bored being in a cave. Day 81, I just chilled AFK at the home farm. Days 82 and 83 were really exhilarating. I went fishing! I caught nothing of value, so those days were basically for nothing. I continued to fish a little on day 84, but got bored and decided to make a diamond chestplate, because although I live on a peaceful island, I still don't feel safe. Day 85 and 86. I decided to go gather some blaze rods for some potions of weakness, because I wanted villagers, and villagers I shall get. I ran all the way home to 87 and finally made some potions of weakness. But to get some villagers, we need to cure zombie villagers. And for zombie villagers, we need somewhere not on a mushroom island. So, day 88, me and Iram built a large 7-block wide bridge, a mob spawner, so we could have some mob spawns. Unfortunately, we didn't get a zombie villager that day, but that wasn't going to stop us. Day 89, I dug out a small area to keep the villagers when cured. That only took a minute or so, so me and Aram spent the rest of the day fishing for loot. And when I say Aram got lucky, I mean Aram got really, really lucky for fishing this day, and the next few days. Day 90 was the big day. First we spent the whole day fishing, once again. When the night came, we were going to get a villager even if it killed us. Which luckily it didn't. We got a single villager that night, and caught it in a boat, and cured it as soon as we could. Day 91, I slowly rode our villager to the prison, I mean living area for villagers, and spent the next eternity trying to get mending for 1 emerald, and it only took all night and a little into the next day. Day 92, we finally got mending for a single emerald and book. I immediately zoomed to my sugarcane farm, grabbed some cane for paper, and made a few books. 8 in fact. 4 for me, and 4 for Aram. Day 93. Because we only have 1 villager, me and Aram decided to get at least 1 more so we could breed them to create infinite villagers. Through the day, we fished, and during the night, we waited. We waited patiently for more zombie villagers, and when the night came, we managed to catch 2 zombie villagers and cured them. Day 94. A big day for trading, and pain and suffering. We moved one of the newly cured villagers into the village area, and tried constantly to get Fortune 3. Day 95 to 97 were spent still trying to get Fortune 3. Eventually, we gave up and made the villager into a mason so we could get emeralds for clay. But we still had one more villager to give a job to, so we continued to try anyway. Day 98, we finally, after days of trying, got Fortune 3. I ran to my chest to get a book, an emerald, to buy it as fast as I could, and I immediately mined all of my ores, which felt so good, turning a single diamond ore into several. Day 99, almost 100 days, and look at how far we have come. We have so much further to go. On this day, I finished making my full diamond armor and started enchanting all of it. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough levels to enchant everything, so I had to go to Aram's base for Skulk XP. Day 100, the original end of this video. I made it to Aram's base and gathered 30 levels worth of experience. And this ran into day 101. Day 102 was spent returning home. I really need to improve these tunnels. Day 103 was spent trading clay for emeralds with the mason, and I was slowly becoming the most rich trio on the server. I decided to share my iron riches with Rowan by sneaking into his house and throwing solid iron blocks at his noggin. Day 104, spent running home. Day 105 has arrived, and I decided now is better time than any to improve the tunnels. All I did was make the tunnels to mine and Aram's portals bigger, and gave up. Other than that, I decided to breed the villagers cause I wanted more emeralds. It is day 106, and I managed to breed a couple of villagers and turn them into masons. I wanted to sell more clay. Day 107, I returned to the lush cave and gathered some gold because I had none, and I wanted to make some netherite. I managed to make a netherite ingot and apply it to my hoe. I think a lot of us would. Day 108 was spent organising my stuff. I had had enough of searching for hours just to find a piece of flint. So I had a couple of item frames and used them to mark which chest is which. Day 109 was the beginning of a new adventure. To find the stronghold. Me and Aram decided to gather a few eyes of Ender and search for it, and conquer the end. It took us surprisingly only a day to find the stronghold on day 110, and we decided to immediately go looking for the portal. We found the portal first thing on day 111, and sadly it only had one eye, but we didn't care too much as we were more excited for the libraries. I found the first library, not far from the portal, and so did Aram. We immediately started stripping it of all its goods. Day 112, we decided it would be a good idea to link the end portal to the tunnel system in the nether. So we did that for the whole day, and it turned out not to be too far from my own portal, but even further away from Aram's. I messed with Rowan days 113 and 114. I decided to place saplings randomly, steal his doors, and accidentally kill the LA we found many days ago. May he rest in peace. Other than that, I removed the ugly super smelter that was getting no use because Rowan wasn't too sure what to do with it. Day 115 and 116 were spent selling clay to villagers for emeralds. I even managed to make another netherite ingot that I didn't use yet. Oh, and I helped Rowan get some XP. Day 117, Rowan's skin seemed to be turning a stone. But luckily it wasn't too serious, as he just had a case of oops, wrong skin tone. I've been there. I also felt bad that Rowan didn't have full diamond armor, so I gave him some so he could be a little safer. I found the sky limit on day 118. Turns out it's way higher than I expected. I also sold more clay to the masons. I wonder where they keep all this clay. I spent the rest of the day AFK. Day 119. Rowan needs some redstone for a clock, so I gave him 25 blocks. That should be enough, right? After that, I realised that the TARDIS is a long ways away, and we may need it on our adventure. So I decided to make a tunnel for it in the Nether Hub. The day has arrived. Day 120. After finding the coordinates in the Nether, I dug a tunnel close to Aram's base leading directly to the TARDIS. When I got to the TARDIS, however, it was making a weird sound. So I decided to head inside to investigate. Something was horribly wrong.